That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Like that don't make sense.
I don't hate. Listen, again, I don't hate on particular players. I hate on organizations. I hate on the laundry. I'm a fan of the laundry. If Halliburton comes and plays for the Knicks,
let me tell you about the stuff.
Go.
It wasn't joy,
There's only two teams.
just redemption.
I tell you. You see how I root for the Knicks? I can't never do that for the Giants. That's impossible, bro. The Knicks, I'm like, because I don't really, I'm cool with the Knicks.
It's simple.
I don't hate the Knicks.
But what I'm saying is, it's simple.
No, it's
just
not.
don't do it.
It's not simple.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
This is crazy,
Hell
bro.
no.
That's madness to me. Don't do
That
it.
is something's embedded in you. When something's embedded in you, you just can't.
Yeah, and I know,
not
y'all.
like cutting
And this
on
is
a
why I
light
say
switch,
all the
kid.
time, y'all haters. I can't.
when it comes to my sports team, yes, I am. I have my PhD.
I'm not there.
Yeah, I got no problem with that title.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'm not there because you said, bro, I don't hate the cat. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't hate them. I don't care.
Again,
You don't care?
But again,
But you do care that it bothers us. So you get joy out of throwing the cowboy jabbing.
No.
He doesn't care about fucking things, son.
Yo, let me ask you a question.
He doesn't even care about his team.
Nah, you see, that's what you're lying.
It's so easy for him not to care because he don't care about the fucking Panthers.
That's
son.
BS.
So when
that's true.
I don't think he cares. He's the only person that gotta take him out his own team.
This is what y'all want. We can make this the topic. We can make this the topic. We already 2 minutes in.
Nah, we make this
We can make this the
a short
topic.
segment. Nah,
You feel me?
no.
Chatting. The hell? I root on the team to
listen,
win. Oh, they lost. Damn. Then we gotta play the next game.
I'll tell you a quick story, kid.
Damn it. Like, no, bro. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I got shit to do, my nigga. Listen,
How many
man.
Mondays you have fucking work and you like, motherfucker.
Listen,
What you said?
I'll tell you, I don't watch after the Giants lose, son. I don't watch Sports Center for at least 2 days to make sure that I don't see any of fucking
no
highlights.
When the Cowboys lose, I don't watch it for the week because I know Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp is gonna be killing the Cowboys.
Exactly.
Son. I fuck them to it every Monday and Tuesday, son.
Yo, P, I'll tell you a quick story, bro.
Listen.
That's when I had dreads, right? Mm-hmm. My aunt, Kim Simpson. Okay?
Cousin Kim.
My first aunt, brother, teasing me, getting my hair done. Cowboys lost. They're playing San Francisco. She's teasing me, bro, that they lost. I almost fought my aunt.
He lost.
Bro, I almost
She would have got
punched
jumped
her
too
in
because
the
I was there.
face,
She would have
bro.
got jumped.
Like it was burning my soul, bro. She's like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, I am going to slap the shit out of my aunt kid, bro.
I got a question. In
That
this
was
story,
bad.
how old are you in this story?
Probably
Like
30s.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
But she's a young aunt. She's young. She's
Nah,
almost
but I'm
your
saying
age.
that's too much.
Yeah, it
Bro,
gets intense, bro.
I understand that behavior at like 16, early 20.
I was like, what?
I didn't have that type of passion.
My shit started in my 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Son.
Niggas crazy.
Yo, now I
Yeah,
was
yo.
born, so I was well past 25. Son.
Yo, listen, when
crazy,
when you're 30, 40 years invested into something, you get passionate about it, yo.
I'm not. You can still be passionate about stuff. You don't need to sit here and
Listen, you can psychoanalyze us all you
I'm
want.
not
son.
psychoanalyzing
I'm gonna be a
nothing.
fan the way
I'm
that
not
I'm gonna be a fan,
I'm
yo.
not
If you don't want,
psychoanalyzing nothing.
listen, if your passion is not for your team the way that our passion is, that's on you,
That's
yo.
what I'm
But
saying.
my passion, I'm
We don't
passionate
question
about my
your
team,
feelings,
yo.
though, if it's not
I'm very passionate about my team. I'm not getting defensive.
Hey, you showing you care now?
Absolutely, I care.
What I'm saying is,
Absolutely.
I don't care because all I'm saying
Exactly.
is I care about my team.
Okay.
Anything other than my team, I don't got a thought.
Yeah,
I don't have a
debatable.
thought. It's not debatable. We don't talk about
We
my
never
team.
talk because your team
We don't talk
sucks.
about my team. Exactly. So
Who's
there's
your team?
nothing to talk about.
Who's your team?
What the fuck? How do I care?
Who's your team?
I've never heard you say you care about your team, okay? Your
Why the
team
fuck? I'm not gonna.
lost every week.
Rudy Rudy, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with love.
Front runner fan.
I don't give a fuck to tell that. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna come here every month. I love my team, bro.
That's bad for the show, man.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm a fan of the team.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about them when we talk about them. Other than that, y'all don't care about them. Why am I explaining this to you? Unless y'all asking me. What the hell? We talk about the Cowboys. So it makes sense to talk about the Cowboys.
No, man,
we don't talk about my team.
That's bad for the show, man.
What talking about?
Yo, Chris, who's his team? Who's your team?
His team is Carolina Panthers and the Miami Heat. I
You don't
know
gotta
who their
care
team
about
is.
stuff, son.
Oh, and the Yankees.
Yeah.
Those 3 teams. All right.
No soccer.
Yo, Ponix.
What's up?
No cricket?
LeBron James was on his podcast with Steve Nash, right? He made a comment saying that players that are great that don't win rings get frowned upon. Now, this is coming from a dude who went to Miami and said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Why do you think LeBron James teamed up with that team in Miami?
Because
The
of the
big
same
3.
thing in the first comment.
To win the chip?
Because he
In case
heard the
people
noise?
didn't watch the first if people didn't watch the first show, you gotta elaborate,
No,
man.
I'm
People
saying
didn't watch the first
I'm
show.
saying the first comment that Clee just said. Clee just said, he said, they get scrutinized for not winning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're starting to scrutinize me because I'm not winning. I'm gonna go to a team and talk about not 1, not 2 because this is my goal to win. That's why it happens.
That's it.
I don't know what's deeper than that. I feel like the world wants it to be deeper than that.
No. So now he says, it's not about the rings. I'm paraphrasing. Right?
Okay.
So how could it now not be about the rings when he went to Miami to get the rings? I'm having a hard time with this comment by LeBron James.
It's not hard, Ken.
It's not a hard comment.
He's not winning. That's why.
Okay.
It's that fucking simple. He's not winning.
So since he can't win any more rings,
Exactly.
it's not about the rings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or because he got the rings. He got the rings, bro. Think about it. Kevin Durant just got traded, right?
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
We sit here. You know why nobody cares? Well, I'm not going to say nobody. You know why it's not big news? Because at this point, we don't know what you do.
He's a mercenary.
We don't know what to follow. You feel me? Right. We don't know why you doing what you doing. You just doing it. You feel me? It's hard to follow. When you went to Golden State, the silver lining, I don't care about the move. The silver lining that I've always said is, regardless if he stacked the deck or not, you can literally see he was at least trying to win. He just said, I can't win without these people. Mm-hmm. I get it. I don't necessarily got to respect it, but I understand it. I think anybody that sits here and it looks at me in my eyes and say, oh, I don't understand why you would do that, you're lying.
But now he leaves again. Because he's not happy.
And that's why I'm saying nobody cares about the moves now, because you can't add any context to what he's doing.
Our generation's not built like that, man.
It's over.
Y'all didn't have the autonomy to do so.
I don't get it. Y'all
didn't have the autonomy to do so.
Maybe, but I mean that's too simple with that. But sometimes cats just y'all. This is who I came in here with. So I'm going out with y'all, man.
Yeah, that's our mentality.
I get what you're saying 100% because you're saying it was a big deal for him to want to get a ring,
right?
Now he's downplaying,
and then now he's downplaying the fact that, but I also think that what he's trying to say, and I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out in his head is that great players that didn't accomplish that, it doesn't diminish their careers. You understand what I'm saying? So you got cats like Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley,
Stockton
Malone, dudes that didn't get a ring. So you can't say that their careers weren't an accomplished career just because they never managed to get a ring. These dudes still put up great numbers. They had great careers. And so even if they didn't get, they didn't move around, or if they did move around, they didn't get that ring, they still accomplished greatness.
All right. Well, I agree with that statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But coming from LeBron, It sounds funny.
Yeah.
It sounds funny, but who else to know both sides? My stance is I feel like I fuck with Bron. Like I said before in the last segment, people are sensitive about their crafts. Regardless. I think what that quote mean that he don't want to say is it sounds sweet to be like, oh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna compete for rings, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. And then it's very easy to say what you aspire to do. And then when you get there and you still feel some type of emptiness, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
I totally agree.
I was vindicated.
I totally agree with you.
And I fell for the funk. I think that's what it is, bro. I believed in ring chasing. I went to go do it and I accomplished it. And I realized,
yes,
it's just a ring.
Yeah.
But you have to go through that to have that insight. Because guess what? Chuck won ring. There's point, people that lose and they want rings, bro.
That's a good point.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but he should have said that. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you don't get a second chance.
Exactly.
Nah,
that.
but
I agree
it's
with that.
because
Totally.
that's what I felt it was also. But it's not the message, it's the messenger sometimes. So coming from him, it's like, yo, bro, you try to create and change every narrative out there. Yo, I'm the GOAT because I came from a 3-1 deficit. That's what you say?
That's exactly what you say.
Cause I can't, so what? All right, you came back and won the chip. You just won a chip. It's not gonna change your level of how good or how bad you are. Your play does that. So when you keep trying to chase this dude that you're not gonna catch, and I would say 90% of the people's eyes. So now what you do? You pad the numbers, right? So in a little while, numbers don't really mean anything. That's what's gonna happen now, right? Numbers mean shit in rings now, but now, I should say numbers, it don't mean anything in rings, but numbers mean everything in all the other shit he has accomplished. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm LeBron, man, you saved the NBA for a while. I should say kept it afloat, but bro, you killing me, man. Like, just ride off into the sunset, man.
I know, man.
Ride off into the sunset, bro. It's enough, man. It's enough, yo.
Yo,
you had a good conversation.
Yeah. All right, so first of all, like the whole ring culture thing, right? It came into existence like either Bill Russell or what's that guy, George Michanin.
That was Jordan.
Right? It wasn't Jordan.
No, he's talking about like way back.
Way back in the
30s.
it was a center. It was a center
George
type
Michanin,
thing.
yeah.
So like centers, because of their stature, them being the dominant player on the team, it was looked upon like they had to win championships in order to appear to be great, because I guess the offense and the defense probably went through them. So it's a position thing on where the ring culture began, right? Like I said, Bill Russell won like 11 chips. George Michael won like 4. Mikan, Olajuwon won a couple chips.
I got a question.
What's up?
Who was Bill Russell's rival?
Will Chamberlain.
They criticized him for only winning how many? It's been here, bro. It's
Same thing with Jerry West.
People pick and choose, and this is why I don't give. I hear what O is saying. The reason why I don't look at it the way O do is because I'm not mad at a player trying to control a narrative after a narrative has been pushed as a deciding factor whenever y'all don't want to make somebody better than the other. They pick and choose when to apply it to an argument. We don't talk about Bill Russell as the GOAT. He has 11 rings, bro. So if it don't matter then, why does it matter that, oh yeah, Kobe's better than Bron because he has 5. Jordan is better. We're not talking about basketball then. We're not talking about basketball.
At the end of the day, they got to include them.
I think it's only 2 players we're talking about.
What I'm saying is it plays a role, but what I'm saying is it seems like whenever I can make an argument, and I feel like maybe y'all can too. You can make an argument that Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers will tell you that.
But exactly. But what they will tell you, he got 11 rings.
Yeah.
Right.
And then what do you argue back? You don't argue nothing.
You can't,
and that's,
because it's
listen.
No,
what
you can.
What I'm saying is,
can
no,
argue back.
listen. You can. But usually that's what was shut down. Once that came into play in arguments, that's usually where it was shut down.
You may have had a better team, bro.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm arguing. That's not even the point that I'm trying to make.
But I'm
The
saying,
point-
but that is, somebody could argue that.
No doubt. I'm saying somebody can. I'm saying they don't want to. LeBron was the first player that was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And if you're mad at him for that, cool. But my whole thing is, I'm not mad at somebody that's like, all right, cool. Y'all pushing narratives on me. I'm pushing back. I'm not mad at you. Because they're going to do it. Why? Why is it wrong that I do it? Because I'm not media. I have enough power and autonomy to do it. Whether you think it's soft, whether you think it's this, whether they're doing it to them. I think if I'm looking at one side being wrong, the other side is wrong too. We just talked about Giannis. He said Giannis was an underachiever, bro.
Yes.
Underachiever, bro.
Here's what I'm gonna do with LeBron though. I'm not gonna be that critical of LeBron. He was a free agent, bro. LeBron never requested a trade. He never got out of his contract. LeBron did shit legit. Even though he's annoying GM when he got his own team and he moved pieces around, that's a different story. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
LeBron, he's going to go here. He's a free agent. He go to the Lakers. He never said, yo, I want out this deal. I'm out of here. I can't play with these dudes. So I kind of want to leave LeBron out of that manipulation and getting out of contract.
No doubt. I'm just saying.
Ring culture, though? Ring culture. LeBron has enough rings.
He played a role in it.
Yeah, but he has enough rings that you can have a debate. Who's the best player you ever saw? All that. He's good.
Okay.
Right? But the comments that he makes is like, it's almost.
What is he trying to do?
He's trying to set himself aside, saying that even though I have 4 rings, I still want to be anointed as better than Michael Jordan, even though he has 6. That's what he's trying to do with this comment, bro.
Yes.
Right? Which is okay, cool.
But that's what
right?
That's what any athlete is going. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, that's what he's gonna do. Not any
This
athlete.
is my thing with LeBron though. He doesn't have to do this,
Exactly.
He already got the chips to prove it.
It's not about. No, he don't. Because you're gonna turn around, niggas. Yeah, maybe they're gonna turn around and say Michael got 6. Michael's undefeated, bro.
Is
that a fact?
Michael Jordan is a monolith in basketball. He's a monolith. You're not going to get past it. Because no matter what,
that's not true, bro.
It is true.
Yo, LeBron has 1,000 million fans, bro.
Yo, we're not. We're having a disconnect. We're not talking about the same thing. We're not talking about the same thing.
There's a lot of players. There's a lot of people that fuck with LeBron, dog.
There is. I'm not.
He has enough. He got 1,000 million. My thing is this. I don't know why he's just obsessed with getting past Jordan, bro.
The crazy part is, look. What do you mean?
Bro,
I see.
Yo, he's good.
Yeah. And
he got 20,000.
This is
40,000. 4 rings.
Bro.
He's the king. He should just be like, yo.
No.
I've done enough in the game, son.
And this is where the disconnect is.
I don't have to hire Clutch Sports and pay people off to say good things about me. Why is he doing this?
It's not about that, bro. It's the fact that one player is scrutinized, whatever. Cool. Some people can take it, and some people can't. What I'm saying is, you can even if y'all was up here trying to tell me the reason why today's athlete don't shut up is about LeBron, I would concede that. I would literally let y'all have that because y'all wouldn't be wrong. The reason why I think that there's all these podcasts and stuff like that is because, Bron, you succeeded, and because you succeeded, there's a level of gravitas that you can walk in. I have this uninterrupted and all these platforms to do these things, right? Cool. You can call that business. But when you then include yourself in the business and try to capture whatever narratives you had and try to dispel them, cool. You talking up for yourself. You've built a platform where you can big up yourself in ways that the media might not. You can say that's how he's using his platform?
Yes.
You agree with that, right?
Totally.
What I'm saying is, why the hell you think you got a podcast P? Because that nigga called himself Playoff P, and we watched him not do nothing. So in the off season, we're going to sit here and be like, oh, we're going to criticize him. But guess what? He's going to be like, well, I can control my narrative too. Because Bron did. Right? All I'm saying is you follow what somebody has set in front of you. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Shit.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But I'm saying is if he went into it like, I'm going to control narratives or mistruths that's being projected onto me, all right, cool. He's done influence more people to do it, and now most people don't be quiet about it.
All right. Rudeness. We had this conversation. You had a tier system you had going on. We were speaking about,
so I was pretty much...
Because another thing LeBron said is like these players that didn't win chips, I don't know who, but he thinks like we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
Or they weren't great.
Yeah. So,
right?
so players like Steve Nash, Patrick Ewing, he pretty much considered them like they great also, right? And what I feel is that there's different tiers, right? So you have like your tier 1 players, like those players that won the NBA, that won multiple NBA championships. Like that's like your tier 1. Mm-hmm. Your tier 2 players, it might be somebody that won a chip or somebody that didn't win no chips. I think other than Dirk, I don't know who else just won one championship, right? But whoever is in that tier, they like second level of greatness. And then you have your third level tiers, the players like your Barkley, like your Ewing, like your Malone's, Iverson, Nash, like those players are tier 3 players. They're great, but they didn't win any chips. So I think what happens is that we just throw greatness out there and just put it all up in one, and then that's where we have this disconnect or this argument of who's great and who's not. LeBron won 3 chips. All right, I don't give a fuck about that bubble shit, right? But he won 3 other chips. So he's in the class of tier 1 because he won multiple chips. So he should just celebrate that.
It's not enough.
And then that should be it. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
dude,
what you would think, but
I mean,
it's not enough.
You're great, but you're just not the greatest. And then just leave it at that.
So let me put this out there to the audience. Do you think that LeBron is trying to change the narrative to elevate himself as the GOAT of all time? As the GOAT?
Of course. So he's pushing that out there.
Put that out there.
They put that out there, but he's...
But Chris,
if you saw both play, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to. So what he's doing when he's putting all this out there, he's opening himself up for the criticism. Mm-hmm. So now when you pushing this stuff, we're gonna push back. No, that's not true. We got somebody that did this, somebody did that. Oh no, but he just keeps adding something. We keep pushing back. So you leaving yourself open for this criticism by trying to do this. Right. And he does not have, he never had to. Yes, he did the move to Miami, and that should have been it. He was a free agent. When you're a free agent, you can do what? Go any fucking way you want.
Exactly.
He got Chris Bosh to come with him. It was fine. I just thought when you're this is nitpicking, I know. But when you're the best player in a league, people should be coming towards where you are. Right? Mm-hmm. That's my only criticism. So if those two came to Cleveland, it would be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? As time went on, I dropped my anger with that whole thing that he went to Miami. Because, like you said, Cleve, he was a free agent. You could do whatever you want. He played out his contract everywhere he went.
He never manipulated.
Nah, he never probably was the highest paid player in the league because he went from team to team.
But I've never seen, like Pete said, like the greatest people have the most insecurities. I've never seen somebody this fucking great do all these and say all these silly things, bro. I seen this man play the three of the greatest games I ever seen, bro.
Silly.
You don't have to say, I felt like I was the greatest after that.
That game may be the greatest.
No.
The man had 40-something points, 20 rebounds, triple-double against Boston. Masterpiece.
27 points in a row?
Listen.
Or 25 points in a row?
Call the action real quick. Call the action real quick. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell us your opinions if you agree, if you don't. But you gotta tell half the story, bro. I don't like that.
What's the
tell half the story, bro. When I said Jordan is a monolith, right? No matter what, it don't matter, bro. He dropped 80. He not Jordan, bro. When Kobe dropped 80, what he not Jordan, bro? There's that argument in basketball, right? And maybe because y'all lived through it, y'all just don't. Y'all might be prisoners of y'all era. You feel me? Hear me when I say this. Trust me. The comment, you not better than Jordan, is the quickest way to close the door on any potential conversations. Meaning, we didn't have this conversation before LeBron made himself and forced him into the door.
Correct.
You feel me? So when you say he don't have to, maybe as the viewer, he don't have to. But guess what? I'm not accepting this door getting shut in my face. I'm gonna plead my case. I don't think that that's something necessarily wrong. And that's where we differ. Because I'm saying it's
you're telling that's a half truth you're saying there.
No, I'm adding it to what you said, so that makes it the thing. I'm not saying I'm not disputing what y'all said, but I'm saying there's a reason. So when you say I don't understand why this player is doing this, the reason why the player is doing this is because he does feel like he's a part of a conversation that most people shut the door on having.
No, he is part of the conversation.
No. See, here's what you're missing.
I don't think it's as shut as you think it is, bro.
Here's where you're missing the point with that one.
I don't think it's as shut as you think it is. The man got a lot of people fucking with him.
Because he didn't force himself into the conversation.
No.
Yes, he did.
Yo, Pete.
Hold on.
A whole generation fucks with this dude, bro. You can't tell him nothing about LeBron,
saying.
I'm a part of the generation that y'all are talking about.
What is it's not even that.
No, it's still coming about.
No.
It's the era. He didn't win in the best era. Bro, it happens, bro. We diminished.
That's kind of dying, bro.
Here's what happened.
Because y'all.
Hold on. Here's what happened. Here's what happened with this whole thing, right? As he started capturing championships, right? Now you gotta now you gotta compare to. Come on, bro. Now you gotta reach a certain level of, all right, you're getting up there, you got 2, back to back. All right, let's see if you're gonna get the 3rd. So now we gotta compare you to that guy, right? That's who you're catching now, right? So once he hears that, I could be that guy. So now that's what he's trying to do. So now when he, comes up short at doing that, because the first one against Dallas knocked him down. So he had a higher hill to climb to try to catch Jordan, right? So in order to catch him, he had to do something that surpassed him, and he didn't. So now all he has is words to say, basically of pushing the narrative. But I did this, like you did. I did that. I did this.
I beat.
So now we can throw out. All right, you think you did that, but you're not this guy, because you didn't do it even close to the way he was doing it. Or the way he did it with the points, defense, and all. We could put out all these things. It's not even about the rings. We could go by averages and points. All he has is a longevity award, and his ex is not even. I'm not even shitting on it. For somebody to play over 21 years and be the best player almost for almost every year, come on, son. That's ridiculous.
Bro, it's not the LeBron the player, man. It's just these things he does, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man.
What O just said. And this is what I mean when you guys say it's not as close. Yes, it is. The minute he lost that to Dallas, to some people, the minute he lost to the Spurs, Jordan was a fever dream. So when you then get to the finals after not 1, not 2, not 3, bro, people shut the door on him when he went to Miami. Jordan would have never did this. Bro, this was what?
Yeah, you're right.
So this is what I'm saying. If they close the door,
it's not close as you think it is, though.
I'm not saying whether it's. Yes, it is.
Man.
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you, man.
Because how many people do we watch on TV believe Bron is better? Most people still believe.
A lot, people.
Most people. No, I'm not talking about podcasts. I'm talking about most people on the panel. LeBron this, blah, blah, blah. Why do we give a fuck about the nigga record being 4-6? Since when do we care about records in the finals? Because how many times did Magic lose in the finals?
4 times, kid.
But guess what? Michael won 6 out of 6. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So if he's the litmus,
I don't even like that argument either. I don't even like that.
I'm not saying I don't like it either, but I'm saying that is the argument. The argument is the mystique. You can't argue mystique. That's all I'm saying. So when I say Jordan is a monolith, there's things that people disqualify other. You're not in the same room as Michael based off other stuff, bro. Like, yo, your sneakers is not as good as Mike. You can't do it, Come on, bro. Mike is a ghost.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying.
If you're gonna play basketball, you should never play basketball in Jordans. You're subject to Achilles, Cash. ACLs.
Don't say that.
Yo, we had this conversation.
Don't kill the sponsor.
We had this conversation about a couple months ago, and you explained to me, you don't know anything but fucking LeBron since you were born, bro. Since you started watching basketball. The last 20 years of your life. How long LeBron been playing?
21.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Bro, you've been watching LeBron since you was fucking 9.
Oh, nigga.
2003?
9, son.
7.
So in your mind, he's the one. And I gotta respect it.
He should be.
I can't argue with you.
But I'm not even saying he's the one.
No, but I'm saying, I would think he's the one.
If you
right? Like if you say, yo, LeBron's the best player I ever saw, what I'm gonna say to you, P?
Okay.
It's not an argument anymore for me. Like currently right now, somebody said, yo, LeBron the best player I ever saw. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, bro. I get it. He's the best. He's number 1. I can't he's so great. We can't argue the shit no more, bro.
But they do on TV.
I don't know why, bro.
But that's what they get paid to do.
That's what I'm saying. So LeBron, like we talked about how a team can win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then like, yo, Dallas is gonna suck next year. They don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How many games Cowboys gonna win?
So what I'm saying,
so
that's what I'm saying.
I hear you though.
What I'm saying is, the minute somebody win a championship, right? Mm-hmm. What happens?
Expectations change.
Because it gets met against who?
But you know,
and that's a hard ass fucking resume to go against.
So that's what the resume is.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is Mystique is saying, oh, he took 2 years off and he came back and won 3 and he would have won 8. That's Mystique. I can't argue that. You know why? Because it didn't happen, Chris. It didn't happen. I'm arguing with niggas talking about he would have had 8 rings. That's a hard argument to have.
Yeah, I hear you though.
He wasn't gonna beat Houston. I still think he wasn't gonna beat Houston the second one.
Well, drop that in the comments. If Jordan had not left for those 2 years, would he have 8 rings?
He would have had maybe 6, 7.
Give Chris a solo. I doubt that. And just let that be the post and let them vote.
But you got something. See, P, I don't think sometimes you understand where we're coming from too with this. There's another layer to this. Everybody, us 4 up here, despise this Air Jordan dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's not like we just want to hate LeBron because we love Jordan. No, we do not like this. Yo, this dude took out Magic in his last year. I thought we got these. We won game 1. We got these motherfuckers, yo. Jordan ain't shit. And ain't win a fucking game after that.
Listen, best chance that we had to win a chip in New York was when he left for those 2 years.
Yeah. That shit he did, changed the hands. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, that shit is
that's
trash.
I had you the same in the same
everybody gassing that move.
In the same conversation I had with Clee, right? The other part of what I said was I understand that y'all might not have liked him, and he was what that is. What I'm saying is y'all don't imagine that that's what's happening. There's people my age that don't fuck with Bron. So you get what I'm saying?
Not many.
More than you think. And that's what I'm trying to say.
I think it's a lot.
More than you think. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yo,
so what I'm saying is
LeBron is hated more than Jordan.
Exactly. So now, you know why it's worse? And this is the part that y'all fail to realize. And this is what I mean by prisoner of your era. Y'all prisoners of your era because y'all bowed down. Y'all said, all right, cool. I hate this guy, but he'd go or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, there's people that didn't even see that era that's making that argument, and then y'all coming in and making that argument. So now you're getting two people telling me that. Guess what? I can't talk to you about Jordan, because what you gonna say? I didn't see him, right?
Right.
So I can't criticize him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all saw him,
right?
Right? People that didn't see him is gonna argue for him, and y'all gonna argue. So I'm arguing with two people, and y'all joining in the argument I'm already having. So this is never gonna happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys don't see it. You guys don't get it. I'm not only arguing it.
Wait 20 years,
I'm
bro.
experiencing it now. That's what you don't listen.
Just hold on, bro.
That's what you're missing.
When you 45,
the next one.
Bro, like you said,
I'm 45.
I've been watching LeBron since 2003. Right? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, the argument that you sitting here saying that I'm waiting for 20, I'm up here having it now. I'm up here having it now. And I've been having it.
When he leaves the game, his mystique will grow, bro.
When he leaves the game, people gonna act like they didn't hate him.
No.
Bro,
no. Outside of Chicago,
I'm always gonna
everybody was happy when Jordan officially retired.
I can't wait.
When he came back to the Wizard, niggas was like, damn.
Yo, P, when he leaves the game, 5 years, 10 years go by, his shit is gonna grow, bro.
Whoa.
Chris, call action. We out here, bro. His mystique.
Drop it in the comments, yo. Let us know.
Nothing's gonna grow.
Let them know that I've been right all night.
Drop it in the comments, yo. Let us know. Do you think that LeBron is trying to change the narrative to elevate himself as the GOAT?
Man,
and do you also believe that had Jordan not left for those 2 years, he'd have 8 championships?
He'd have 9. He'd have 9. He'd have had 2 in one of those years.
Your man came back.
Drop it in the comments. Let us know. Big Chris from Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast.
Yes,
Peace
sir,
out.
Chris. Good looking, brother.
Get that air on, yo. I don't sweat, but I'm sweating right there.
Turn on that AC.
Sportsmanlike Conduct